Hello everyone, welcome back to FS25. I'm just doing a little water run at the moment. I have given some water to the goats and just the sheep here need some as well. They are looking fantastic. While I was over by the goats, I noticed that the water buffalo, the babies that we've got in the dynamic pasture, have grown a little bit more. They are not ready to go into the big barn yet, but they have grown another stage, so they're probably not too far away. I would like to think by the end of the year, November, December, that would probably be time for them to go in, which would be really, really good because at the moment we have only got 17 in there and we can hold nearly 70 odd, so we really need to be making the most out of the capacity for that. So while we are passing by, we'll just make sure, see how these are getting on. Looks like they are getting low on food. They've got 4,000 litres left, not as low as I thought. So while we have got this money, I have been thinking we should probably buy a TMR mixer. I was going to get one last episode, and then I told myself that we'd already bought one, but yes, we have not bought one of those. So that is on the list. We may well get one of those. Looks like the heavens have opened, so we have got a little bit of work to do with some bales and some straw. So we are going to need to hire a baler. We're going to keep that for a couple of days because we're not too far away from needing to mow the grass either. So we'll keep that for that job as well. We are also going to go and get ourselves a auto loader for the bales because we are going to have so many to pick up. So we're going to need one that can do silage because we are getting low on silage. So the next cut we do will be giving us silage as well. So that means we are going to have to go for this one. Now it's going to be quite a hefty cost. Yeah, £5,000, and it's going to cost us another £1,100 to have that for a second day. But we need it, so that is what it is really. And while we are here, yes, let's get this as well. So we're going to hire both of those. Right, so that's basically £7,500 on some rentals. So we need to make the most of those. That's why I'm going to keep them for 2 days. Of course, it is now started to rain as soon as we start thinking about doing some baling and whatever else. Not the ideal time whatsoever, but doesn't matter too much. So what I am going to do is, I do sometimes do this when we rent something that costs quite a lot. I'll see if we can pay for the cost by doing a contract. So we will just have a little look and see if there is anything here. Now it will probably be the worker doing it. Oh, there's not a great deal actually. We might have to leave that until tomorrow and see if anything else comes up. That is a really poor selection. Never mind. So we won't be offsetting that straight away, but we will get it done as soon as we can just to make up for that cost. So we'll go back with the baler first. We'll make a start on the straw. There's probably no reason to get the auto loader back just yet because we need to wait for that grass to be cut anyway and then sort all them bales out as well. So realistically, if we can get as much of the bale and grass work done in this episode, we'll get that done and out the way. We need to take another load over to the large sawmill. That's quite important to keep that rolling. And yeah, we will get that TMR mixer, either this episode or the next one. And then, after all that, we've been talking about it for a little while now, I need to get the yard landscaped, need to get it tidied up. So there are a few trees which will have to come down, mostly by the buffalo barn there, because we need to just put an access road around that. And then once they're done, we can finally get the whole area landscaped. We'll get some nice paving down, or tarmac, concrete. We'll have a look. And yeah, we'll get it looking much, much nicer than it does now. We'll spend a little money on it now that we've got some to spend. And I think that'll definitely be worth it. So we'll remember to turn the automatic drop on. Obviously our bale counter is at 0 currently, So we'll see how much straw we get. It's not going to be a great deal whatsoever. But yes, that field there is ready for another cut. The other grass field is ready for another cut. I'm pretty sure they are hay bales. I will double check. But if they are hay bales, then yes, we will definitely be going for the silage. And then of course, after all what I've mentioned, that should then free us up to finally get the debris crusher, which will then let us make a start on our shed, which I'm pretty sure we started that in episode 2 or 3. So yeah, that's been a long time coming, but we're not too far away. We are not too far away. Okay then, so it looks like we've got 6 and a bit bales from this field. Not too bad at all. Obviously it is a very small field. We are not going to unload this early because tomorrow we will use this in the field next door. So yeah, we'll leave it in there. We should get probably 7 or 8 from that one, I would think, as obviously it's a little bit bigger. Before we advance into the next day and get out of this terrible rain, I am going to go and pick the bale loader up because we'll just get some of the bales picked up in the field next door. We need to get that cleared, ready for the grass to be cut. So yeah, we'll get those picked up. Let's just make sure they are hay. I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah, hay. 9,000 litres. They're the big ones. It was so long ago that we cut them that I forgot. I think what we'll do, we'll get these picked up, then tomorrow we'll get a worker in the harvester, finishing up the harvesting. We'll be baling at the same time, so we'll be double efficient on that one, and then we'll probably have a worker in this field here, number 9, just the other side of the trees, and they're going to be mowing the grass as well, so we'll try and get it all done in one big hit. Right, okay, so let's get these done rather quick. We need to get out of this terrible rain. So, there we go. That's lowered and we'll get them all picked up. One of the bales is too small, so that's not going to go on here because you can't have 2 different size bales. But yeah, this is great. Much quicker than driving around with a telehandler. So eventually, of course, we will buy one of these, but at the moment we need to spend our money elsewhere. So I will just fly around really quickly, get all these picked up, and yeah, well, I guess we could probably get it unloaded in our bale barn actually, because we're not going to be picking up any more hay bales of this size. So yeah, we'll finally make use of that. Then we're going to have silage bales to go in there, straw bales to go in there, and then our seed bags and our other little bits can go in there. So we'll finally be making use of the storage and just tidying the place up, ready for that landscaping. Okay, last hay bale going on. Perfect. So we've got 12 on there, that's not too bad. So let's get this reversed in here. It should fit. Didn't actually consider that, but it should go under okay. I'd like to hope so. So we'll try and get some nice neat rows in, as obviously we are going to have quite a few going in. Ooh, well, technically it shouldn't fit, but it is fitting because we are currently hitting the roof a little bit just there. Yeah, it does just go in. So we need to try and get them fairly far back. I would say we'll unload there. let's see how good our judgment is. Might just have to pull away a little bit. Yep, carry on. I think that is just about perfect, you know. I don't think we could have got out and done that any better ourselves. Let's just have a little look at that. Let's not get crushed by the trailer. Yeah, pretty much perfect. Very, very good. Right, okay. So I will just quickly, pick these straw bales up here, because we are going to be having the same size straw bales go on it from that field there. So we'll just grab these really, really quickly, and then I'm pretty confident we can get into the next month. There is no point hanging around in this miserable, miserable weather. And we've just got one more hiding behind the baler here. I knew we had 6. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Right, before we advance, let's just make sure there is nothing in the sail. We don't want to miss out on that again. No change. Okay, so we'll drive over. I'm sure Walter will be inside already. Why would he be standing out in this weather? I know I wouldn't. And let's just have a little look at the calendar. So we can start planting. I mean, if we wanted to, we could put some canola in next month. I'm not sure. I haven't decided what we are putting in the fields just yet, but we will more than likely have a canola field. Anyway, let's get inside. We'll worry about that tomorrow once we've done the other jobs that we need to do. Ah, finally, the rain has stopped. Good morning, Walter. The sky is looking lovely and clear as well. Perfect for harvesting and baling. So in the sail we've got a front mower. We do not need that. So first of all, let's jump into the harvester. Here it is. Ah, here we go. Ah, yes, look at that, how a field should look. Oh, our other field over there also ready for harvesting. So let's start the worker off here. We'll let them do their thing. So I'm going to have to just have a run over here and see what it is we planted, because I cannot remember. I've got a feeling it's probably oat. I think we were going to wait for soybeans quite possibly, but then changed our mind. So this should be an oat field. Yes, it is. Well, it looks like we've got quite a lot of work to do in the harvester. So while the worker is going along in that, where is the Valtra? Here it is. We'll hook up to the baler. I'm just wondering if we could do this in the John Deere. Let's get the John Deere out. Should be in this shed over here. I'm just going to see if that will pull that baler okay. If it will, we'll do that in this, because it would be nice to get a worker in the Valtra cutting the other field. That would be pretty nice. Obviously this is low on horsepower, so it might be a little bit of an ask, but we'll see what it can do. I just need to check something actually. Let's just have a look. Is that on straw swath? Yes, it is. Okay, good, because I didn't set it, so glad that it automatically stayed on that. Right, so let's see. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's pulling it along okay. We should be able to live with that. Okay, well that's a little bit of a result then. So let's jump in the Valtra. Let's excuse all the tabbing around. I will just drop this off by the field. Then I'll get the mowers set up and we'll get a worker in the field as well. Right, there we go. Perfect. I must remember just to move that bale out the way as well. Trying to do the job of about 5 people here. Right, okay, mowers are on. Let's get a worker set up here. We'll let them do their thing. I will jump in the telehandler really quickly. We'll move that bale out the way. Of course they're going to go for the bale straight away. Let's just get that out of the way before they get blocked by an object. Lovely, okay, perfect. And that is a straw bale. Right, so everything's going pretty well. We're getting lots and lots of jobs done at once. We'll just pop that there for now. That's absolutely fine. Now back into the John Deere. We'll just run over there. Getting an absolute workout running back and forth between all the machines. We need some more. We need some more people to help on the farm. Right, okay. So let's start over here. We'll start ahead of them and see if we can make a little bit of headway before we catch them up too soon. Right, so let's get everything on. Okay, so obviously it's a little bit slower with the what's going on? What have we not done? The harvester's catching us up. There we go, we didn't lower it. Yeah, so obviously a little bit slower with the baler turned on, but as soon as we pick up some speed, it should be okay. Just has to go through those gears. There we go. We're absolutely fine. Right, so I'll get this baled up. Hopefully the harvester doesn't catch us up, but we should be okay. As soon as the worker is done in that field over there. Are they stuck? Looks like they may be stuck. No, okay, they're going just fine. Yeah, as soon as they're done over there, I will just send them off to field number 9 and they can get cutting that one as well. Well, this is going pretty well. Everyone seems to be working really well together. But the poor little John Deere is absolutely screaming its little heart out. It is working so hard to pull this baler. I feel really sorry for it. It is absolutely screaming. So as the other worker has finished their task, what we're going to do to save it a little bit of pain, we are going to go and put this tractor onto that field and we'll use the voucher. I think that is the best thing to do there, because there we go, look, it's running absolutely lovely now. It's not revving ridiculously high like it was before. So we'll get a worker on the windrowan. There was one small problem with the worker, with the one with the mowers, and it just got caught on our trailer that we use for the chicken. But other than that, it was pretty much fine. So not too much to worry about there. So yeah, we'll get this on the windrowan. There we go. Right, let's jump into the voucher. We'll get that moved off the field. And yeah, we'll use that for the rest of the baling. That will be much easier that way. So we'll just drop both of these off here. We I'm going to need them again. Come on. Let's get it folded up. There we go. What was the hold up? Right, okay, yeah, we'll leave that there. We'll sort that out in a bit. But yeah, pretty pleased with how everything's going. The harvest and the baling, grass cutting, getting it all done in one hit, which is nice because we don't want 4 or 5 episodes of just baling and grass cutting and everything else. Let's try and get as much done as we can. That way we can save all the time for the juicy bits. There we go. The Vulture is so quiet pulling the baler. I didn't actually realise it was turned on. That's how much of a difference it is. Much easier. But that is on me. I did decide to do it with the John Deere. Obviously a little bit ambitious there. Seems to be getting on perfectly fine with the windrower though, which is good. And we've got a decent amount of bales from this field so far. So yeah, it's all going pretty well. Of course, we've got the bale loader there. So yeah, we're moving in the right direction. Everything is going really nice. So we'll just get this wrapped up. Then I guess there's no point delaying or wasting any time while we're doing the jobs that we are doing. We will get a worker in the harvester on the other field there. Also, as we are into the next month, we do need to check the contracts just to see if we can claw a little bit of that money back from the hiring costs. There should be some new contracts now, I would like to think. If we can stay floating around a decent amount of money, that will, although we have got to buy the TMR mixer, if we can have a decent amount of money behind us, that will just make buying that debris crusher so much easier. And of course we will need some money for the landscaping because that is not free. It doesn't cost a lot, but it's not free either. I can see we've got a nice amount of goat milk stacked up over there, which is lovely. Really good. So we are nearly at the end of this field now. And then of course we're going to have quite a few fields to cultivate with our brand new cultivator, which is really nice. And again, that, whoa, nearly crashed straight into us. Seems to be having a few problems navigating the bales. Ah yes, maybe you should try going round the bale. Are you just going to carry on there, are you? No, just go over it instead, that'll be much easier. Yep, that's what I would do. Oh, it's a good job their boss isn't watching. Ah, yes, they appear to be beached. Great job. We'll leave them to it. Oh, they might be getting around it. Yep, now it's just caught up behind the other wheel instead. Oh dear, very silly. We did have that on the other field a few episodes ago where they just drove over the bale rather than go round it, because obviously that would just be so much easier. Oh, back over they go. Hey, finally. Well done. And yeah, anyway, before that calamity happened, I was about to say that is another plus sign to keeping the second cultivator that we've got, the little John Deere cultivator, because we can... no, the worker hasn't completed their task. What about the wheat that I can see right there? But yeah, the worker can get in the little John Deere with the little cultivator, cultivate some of these smaller fields while we tackle the bigger fields with the bigger cultivator. So yeah, it's all coming together pretty well. Seems that our worker over here is stuck. Oh dear. It was all going so well. So we'll do this tiny little bit here. That corner is clearly a problem where we've put that chicken coop. They don't seem to like it. There we go. We've just done that corner for them. So don't worry, I'll do the tricky bits for you. Let's get back into this. How are they getting on? Don't now reverse back up into that corner. Yeah, anyway, pretty good. I'm keen to see the yield that we get from this. It should be nice. I'm not going to worry about getting in the harvester. Well, I am going to have to get in the harvester to just get that little bit of straw there, but there we go. We'll take care of that for you. That's gone. Right, let's just get into this. Move that out. Oh, not that one. How did that happen? Let me in. There we go, we're in. Ooh, we need to fuel this up. We need to fuel that up quickly. We do not want another situation on our hands where we break down halfway down the road. In fact, that is so low that I'm probably going to have to put that on the low loader, because if not, we're going to get caught out exactly like we did before, and that would not be good. It was quite easy pushing the John Deere onto the low loader. I'm not too sure about that harvester. Right, so we've got half a bale in here. For now, we will keep it in here as there is another field to harvest. But whether we do that before the straw or not, I do not know. So anyway, let's get the wheat unloaded first. And then yes, a little bit of an unexpected trip. We are going to have to go to the fuel station. Right, okay, we'll get this emptied. So it probably seems a little bit over the top putting this on the low loader to take it to the fuel station. But if you saw the episode where we broke down in the John Deere in the middle of the road, there's pretty much nothing you can do. You have to get it to the fuel station. So rather than break down in the middle of the road again, I will just get it loaded up. That is going to be easier, because I've got a feeling we would run out. Also, the maintenance is getting very, very low, so we are probably going to have to take care of that as well. Well, this is all added costs that we were not expecting. But there we go, that's 12,800 litres a week, which is pretty nice. So we'll just dump this in the silo, and then we will grab that low loader. Is that work now getting stuck up by the chickens again? Come on, look, if you know it's a problem, stop going up there. Right, okay, that is all the wheat in the silo, so just before we go any further, we're going to have to take care of that worker again. It's just so silly, that really is. Come on, what are you doing here? Just messing about now. Let's see if we can just take care of this corner for them. They shouldn't have to reverse that far up anymore. They really, really shouldn't. There we go. Right, let's see what they do with that. Okay, back into the Valtra. We are literally just jumping from machine to machine, doing so many different jobs. Right. Ramps down, cultivator off, harvester on. So it looks like the worker is stuck yet again. Why they keep going so far up that corner is just stupid. It really is. There's literally no need for it. There really isn't. So again, I will just hop into that. Clearly, from now on, I am probably just going to have to take care of that field myself, because this is just a little bit silly now. There's just no reason to be right up this corner. All this stuff is done here. Yeah, I know this is not the optimal way to do it, but let's just get it done. So I will just completely rule out this corner here, so they really should have no reason to come up here now. And if they do, they're getting fired. They're not coming back. Right. But this half is done. Do not come back up here. Right. We'll let them have another go. Okay, cultivator is off. Let's actually get that out of the way. We'll just put that over here. We'll be using that sooner or later, so that can just stay there for now. Right, into the harvester. Oy, the worker is actually getting along okay, so we will drop the header off. There is no need to take that as well. Hopefully this does fit okay. And hopefully with 90 hours on the clock, it doesn't cost too much to repair either. Because that could wipe us out, it really could. And let's see if we can actually get this on the low loader. That would be a good start. It's going to be close, really, really close. Come on. Oh, so close. I do not want to have to drive this there, I really don't. Yes, there we go. Lovely. Excellent. Let's get that far enough forward. Nice. Okay. So we'll get the ramps up, we'll get it strapped down, and we will be off. I almost wanted to test driving it there to see if we would run out of fuel, but I just know we would, and it would just it would take too long to mess around sorting it out. Right, there we go. Okay, let's go off to the fuel station. Talking about maintenance, the tractor could do with a little bit of maintenance as well, so we'll have a little look, but this could be a very, very costly trip. One that I am not looking forward to. Okay then, so while we're here, we will get the Valtra fueled up as well. Might as well. Hop into the harvester. This is going to be quite costly. I would imagine it's got a pretty big tank on it. Yep, it obviously does. But it's not the fuel cost that I'm worried about. It's more so the maintenance cost. That's going to be the big one. Right, okay, moment of truth. We will have a look at the tractor as well. If we could get both done for about £15,000, that would be great. Maybe they'll give us a discount, but I highly doubt it. Okay, let's have a little look. Let's see what the damage is. Okay, harvester. That's not bad. 8,400. I can live with that. 8,800. That isn't the worst. So we will go with both of those. There we go. Okay, so that has cost us just over £16,000. Not great, but that should keep us going for quite a while. So let's head back. No doubt the worker is stuck again. If they are stuck again, then we will just finish that windrowing off ourselves, because we could have definitely have had that done by now. Yep, and as suspected, the worker is back up there stuck again. Well, I'll tell you now, you are fired. Do not come back to the farm. You are absolutely useless. So I will just get this unloaded. We'll make it. We'll get it started on the other field there, but that's not really my focus at the moment. But we will just do that anyway. We might as well make a start. Done the thing with the ramps again. Got out with the tractor too soon. If you get out too quick, the ramps do stop coming down. There we go, that's better. Right, okay. Fully fueled, fully serviced, should be ready to go for many, many hours to come. Oh, you can feel the difference already. So the acceleration, you can really notice that so much quicker. It was obviously much needed. The fuel filter was probably getting clogged up and all sorts of stuff. Right, okay. Yeah, this is flying now. I mean, it's not massively quick, but the acceleration is so much better. If you was working in this every day, you would definitely notice it. So let's get the worker started in this one. Off they go. Perfect. Right, before we do any more, let's get this absolute... Oh, he obviously heard me. They heard me. Okay, they've got a second chance. I mean, why are they doing this? Why are they redoing this? It's already done. You are literally just wasting my money. Well, they've got a second chance. We'll leave them for the moment. But if they carry on acting like that, they will be out. Okay, so we can now... Where is the auto loader? There it is. We can clear up all these bales and we can get ourselves a nice row of straw bales going, which is great. They should all be the same size, so we should be able to carry on right from where we left off. Yep, lovely. Okay, that's great. So we should pretty much get this trailer filled up, I would like to think. Okay then, last two bales to go on just now. So we have got a decent amount here, which I'm pretty happy with. But the thing is, although we're going to get more straw bales from the other field, I am not tempted to sell them, purely because once you are making TMR and it's going into the buffaloes and all that sort of stuff, you'll go through them so quickly. You really will. So yeah, that's the reason why we're not going to do that. We're going to keep as much as we can, because we are going to have a little bit of a water buffalo empire going on sooner or later. Once both the pastures are full, we will be going through so much food. So yeah, it will be pretty good. So I am actually just going to unload this bale early, just so we can start with the grass ones. They will be silage. The worker is finally working okay now, so it shouldn't be an issue anymore. And then once they have finished that, we will get them with the mowers onto the other field as well. So we really are trying to hit them all as much as we possibly can. So this field does look a little bit of a mess. Obviously it doesn't help that the work keep getting stuck, and then I took over and done some random bits here and there. So I'll try and do as best job as I can. I'll try and keep it nice and neat. Right, okay, let's turn the machine on. That would be a big help. Right, okay, let's try that again. Here we go. We are making silage. So unbelievably, the John Deere tractor pretty much out of fuel as well. I was going to get that straight onto mowing in field number 9, but it has got the exact same scenario. It is literally just about to run out of fuel, which is absolutely crazy. I just just funny how the harvester and the John Deere have both done that at the same time. But there we go. Maybe I should have got them both fueled up before we started this mammoth task of all the fields. So that is going to have to go on the low loader as well, unfortunately, because there's no way it's going to make it. Not a chance. It's really low. It's lower than it was before when it broke down. So that will be going straight on the back and straight to the fuel station. And again, we are going to have to look at getting this serviced as well. More money. And that's what I mean. You think you're so close to something, you really do. And then within the matter of an episode, half your money has gone. It goes so quickly. So yeah, there we go. We are not as financially stable as we thought, but we're still doing okay. It's still not terrible. So what we'll do when we get back, we'll just put that bale there onto the trailer. Then we'll get all those lovely straw bales into the barn there. Then we'll collect up all the silage ones. And there we go. There's another thing to do. The harvester is 80% full, so before we do any of that, we need to go and grab the trailer and go and collect some of the oat. And that's what I mean. We're jumping from vehicle to vehicle to vehicle, doing 5 different jobs, but we are keeping everything running as smoothly as we can, and that is all we can do. But in the meantime, while all this is going on, the lettuce is building up, the wood is building up, the kimchi, all sorts. So we are still making plenty of money in the background, which of course is great. So let's go and collect some of this. Pipe out, please. Thank you very much. They're not really blocked by an object. We could have kept going, but they're not as good a driver as me, you see. But it's okay. Not a problem. So this should be a lovely yield. Last year with the soybeans, we got 15,000 litres from this. Hopefully we're going to get something similar. Would be really nice. Judging by the 6,500 just from that bit there, yeah, I would say it is going to be pretty good. Right, so we'll leave the trailer there because we are going to need that again. And let's go off to the fuel station and get this done. Here we are again. It's like deja vu, this is. Let's hop into the John Deere. We'll get that filled up. That one fills up a lot quicker because the tank is nowhere near as big. £168, not too bad. So yet again, let's see what the damage is from the service, because it desperately needs one of those. The service costs are most definitely racking up, but this John Deere doesn't, even though it's got a lot of hours on it, it doesn't seem to cost too much to repair. So hopefully that is the case again. Yeah, 3,000. We'll happily pay that. Okay, so we are down to 71,000 now. So let's get back. We'll get that straight to work. Obviously, it was a little bit tough with the baler on the John Deere, so we'll try it with both the mowers in the other field, see how that gets on. And if it does, then we'll let it do its thing. In the meantime, we will be on tidying up duty with all the bales. Okay then, here we are with our freshly serviced John Deere. Should perform a little bit better. And yeah, again, you can most certainly tell the difference just from pulling away there, which of course is a good sign. So we haven't hooked the mowers up to this. I don't know if they're going to be too big or not. We'll find out for sure. hopefully having the front one and the back one will just sort of balance it out a little bit, might make it a little bit easier. If you had just the back one, then it would probably be a little bit of a problem, but that actually seemed to handle that pretty well, which I'm a little bit surprised about, but pleasantly surprised. So yeah, that's a bonus. So there should be literally no problems on this field with the worker, because there is nothing to get in its way whatsoever, so it should all go pretty well. Let's pick that stray bale up and then we'll get those into the barn as well. The place is finally starting to look a little bit tidier. I mean, other than the fact that I've got equipment all over the place again, but we are using them, so that's my valid excuse. I think it's okay. There we go, perfect. Right, so we've got the telehandler in the way, so we are going to need to move that out of the way. I guess we could unload this hay bale while we're here as well. Oh, and look at that, the fuel on the telehandler and the servicing, but we'll live with that for now because we don't use this so much. There we go, that'll do. While we're here, let's just pull these out of the way as well. See if we can get them both at the same time. No, okay. Yeah, we'll just pull these out of the way. These will be going back in, but they'll be going at the front to the side somewhere, not at the back, because then obviously we're not going to be able to get to them. Right, okay, so they will do just there. That is nice and clear now. So let's get these in. 20 straw bales, looking absolutely great. And we're probably going to have another 20 odd to add to that from that field over there, I would say. And we've got silage bales all over the place on both fields. We've got grass bales. So this shed is literally going to be full so quickly. Let's reverse this into the middle, I think, and then if we can, we'll try and squeeze the silage bales onto the other side. Might be a little bit tough, but we'll see what we can do. So we've got to get this fairly straight, I would say. Yeah, I think we might be okay there. So we'll hit the unload button. We are probably definitely going to have to pull forward with this one, that is for sure. It's actually quite hard to see exactly what's going on here. Yeah, so we'll unload them there. But yeah, I'll just pull away just a little bit to help that. Getting a little bit messy towards the end there, but hopefully what are we stuck on? Okay, yeah, okay, we should be okay. Because we got stuck in the unloading position. Come on. There we go. I think we're free. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's just have a little look at that. Yeah, not too bad again, actually. Look at that. Look at that. That's almost perfect. I'm pleased with that. Okay, that's great. So I am going to leave it there for this one. Off camera, I'm just going to throw some of the grass ones in there just to get them tidied up, and the silage ones from over by field number 2. And then next time round, we've got all these bales to clear up. We're going to have the other field to finish off. But that is the majority of the grass work and the bale work done for now. So yeah, obviously we've done a lot of it in this episode, but that I just like to get it done in one hit or 2 hits if we can, rather than string out over 4, 5, 6 episodes. So yeah, there we go. Pretty pleased with that. I'll just get these finished off camera. We can get them fermented and in the shed. So yeah, lots to do next time around. Obviously we've got cultivating. We will try and look for that contract. TMR mixer to buy, and yeah, there's just lots. The list, we tick a few things off the list and then we add even more to the list, but we're getting there. We are getting there. It's it's all a process. And there are many more episodes to come yet anyway, so we've got plenty of time to get through it all. So anyway, enough of me rabbling on and going on about a load of rubbish. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.